So, hi, hello people who have just clicked onto this video. This is not a tutorial on my end, but but that's a big but. I have my friend here who is a tailor seamstress who is amazing, and follow his tutorial, follow his advice, because I didn't listen to any of it. But the end result is pretty good. I promise. Just watch this video. I hope that it's not more than like an hour long, honestly. This entire process took us about 2 hours, mostly because of me. Initially, we were supposed to do 4 different face masks, like DIY kind of style. But we ended up doing 2, and that is mostly because the first one took a really long time. The last one took less than 2 minutes to make. So if you are ready to just, do a really fast one, go to the end. And if you want to sit around and listen to us have a really cool conversation about
how we're holding up in this quarantine.
If you just have hella time to just sit here and watch people make face masks and you want to just follow us too, go ahead, watch the rest of the video.
Enjoy the video.
Enjoy the video, please. Okay.
Watch it.
Watch it. Hey! So let's get started. Okay, so what do we need for this first one?
So for the first one, it's good to have what's called a paper pattern, right?
Okay.
And this is, it sounds a lot more complicated than it really is, but it's basically just copying this shape.
Oh, wow.
This is half of your face mask. Okay. What you do is you cut two of these, and then you sew it up right here, and that gives you that shape that's, I know it's a little bit big, but once you have a seam, it's a lot smaller, and it should fit right above right here.
Okay.
I don't know if you wanted to make the shape. I can hold it up.
So it looks like it goes. I'm a freehand drawer. Can you tell? Is it like the length of my face?
It would be okay. So yeah, good point. Because these aren't necessarily one size fits all. So you're gonna wanna. So for example, I'd say that your face is probably 5 inches long.
So like that-ish? There's a lot of lines.
Yeah. Let me see.
The pink one.
Yeah, you kind of got that. Go you. A round of applause.
Thank you. Look at all of the lines that I made. Look at my beautiful.
Okay, so go ahead and put this to your face.
My face.
So yes, like this.
Oh. So it comes up a lot. It like comes up to my forehead.
Yeah, so if you want, well, this one comes up. Yeah, if you want, you can go ahead and reduce that. Make like on the inside of that, make like a smaller steeple.
Frank and I have known each other since your freshman year of high school, my junior year.
Yes. Was it your junior year or your senior year?
Year did you graduate?
I graduated 2015, so which means that I started school. Okay.
Wait, I graduated 2012, so my junior year. Is that better?
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I feel like a real seamstress now.
You're a real professional. You better work.
I know.
So really quickly for the people, when we actually go to cut out your fabric, you are gonna need pins. Do you have pins at your disposal?
Let me check my sewing box.
Oh,
literally.
You want to see mine?
Yeah, show me. Oh my god, yours is like really nice. Yours looks like my
This is a toolbox.
So yeah, I have a toolbox like that, but it actually has like 5 tools in it.
That's my hack to the children.
Wow. Okay, I also have a lot of random things in here, but do I have pins? No, I don't have pins.
That can work.
Okay,
that can work. Sometimes
kids at home, the hack, I lost one. You just lost one.
Thumbtacks or pins. Okay. Another, perhaps something heavy to hold down the paper onto the fabric. A weight of sorts.
But coffee work?
Yes. Just make sure. Does it have anything inside it?
Not anymore.
What scissors are you working with?
The office kind.
So those are actual fabric scissors.
These are fabric scissors?
Yeah, which is surprising. So the difference between fabric scissors and actual scissors, these are what your regular scissors would look like. Imagine that I'm not 5 years old and that I'm able to have, adult sized scissors.
Yeah.
They're straight, right?
Yeah.
While as fabric scissors, you can tell they're fabric scissors because they look like an L almost. And that's so that when you're cutting fabric, it's against the fabric, and that way it's not lifting the fabric.
I've had fabric scissors this whole time.
Yeah.
I told you I'm a professional.
One thing though, if you have been cutting paper with that.
I don't cut paper with it.
Okay. She just found out that they're fabric scissors. Yeah.
No, I cut like other things with this.
But just in case.
Yeah.
This is in general. This is a life hack for the children here. If your scissors are dull and they aren't cutting, because if the people working at home are working with actual regular scissors, you can still get away with it. It's just that it might come out a little bit messy and wonky. And afterwards, if you go to use those same scissors to cut paper, it might not even cut the paper.
Oh.
So when that happens, you're going to want to take aluminum foil and you're going to want to fold it in multiple, pretend this is aluminum foil, fold it and then cut it. And that's going to actually sharpen your scissors.
What? Oh my god, I didn't know that.
The more you know. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so scissors, paperweight, this.
Yes.
Thumbtacks. Anything else? Chopper.
I think that should be good. A flat space to work on. I'd say a flat space to work on is important.
Oh my god.
So you gotta get inventive. So
We're
you're
just showing
doing actual fabric. I'm gonna be doing a t-shirt.
Okay.
From my previous workplace, which shall not be named. For the elastic, I'm gonna use the hem of the shirt.
Okay.
So that's me being quirky and inventive and, adapting to my surroundings.
I like that.
Love that for us.
I love that for us. So, okay, when we use this, so when I'm placing it on the fabric, do I place it in the middle of the fabric or on the edge?
So you're going to want to do it on the edge of the fabric, and you're also going to want to be mindful of, so it's helpful if you also make a straight line on there along this edge, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I'm an artist.
So in regular patterns, this would be called a grain line, and it's a guideline to make sure you're placing this in the correct placement of your fabric.
I see.
Because if, for example, say that your fabric, the way it's constructed is weft yarns which go left and right, and warp yarns which go up and down, right? So they interlock. Imagine, right? If you place it like anywhere that isn't along this way or this way, it can stretch out and it can actually like warp the shape that you cut out because it's not on grain. On certain fabrics, after you cut it, you have to wait like 2 days too. This is for like more expensive and like, extravagant fabrics. Once you cut it, you have to wait 2 days because that fabric actually grows. That's not going to happen obviously here, but having that line is going to help you make sure that it's like going along the grain. So on your fabric, there should be like a straight edge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called your selvage. So you're going to want to do it that's parallel to that. So this line.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Frank, you know so much. It's like you go to school for this or something.
I know so much like before we actually go to cut, but once you start cutting and once I get to sewing,
so you're like, what am I doing?
I'm going to disappoint the children. You have to do do it on a fold. Okay?
So that I get the other side.
So in total you're gonna have 6 pieces that we're gonna cut out. I know it sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot. There's gonna be 6 pieces. So be mindful. This is gonna be lengthy process.
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna be hot gluing it? Okay. While you hot glue yours, I'll sew mine on a sewing machine. That way we get both ends of the spectrum.
So that you can see.
Because if I were to do it by hand, I would literally I'd be here a while. I'd be here till tomorrow. Sewing is like, it's 30% cutting, it's 30% measuring and drawing out, and pinning. Pinning is also a tedious process. And it's like 10% sewing. And then the other percent, whatever percent is left over, is like fixing your mistakes.
Okay, so you said to put it on a fold. So do I fold it if it's going this way? Do I fold it like this?
Do it the other way. Fold it. Yes. Actually, fold it the other way. So when you go to cut, it should be pretty sides touching. Yes. As a general guideline, and you're gonna want to do it to like the edge. You're not gonna want to cut it on the actual folded edge. You're gonna want to do it like a little bit away from that. Yeah, a little bit below that, yes. But make sure that it's parallel, because if you get it off, it's like I said, it can come out warped and weird and just more difficult to work with. So rather than pinning, so let's screw the thumbtacks. Go ahead and put your paperweight on it.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay. Like in the middle of it, too?
Yeah, and you can go ahead and draw that.
Okay, but parallel to this thing. This is so stressful.
The only reason I picked this career path is because I enjoy suffering. You have no idea like how many times I'll be at a sewing machine and I'll just start crying. So you can go ahead, whatever's most helpful to you. If you want, you can, I think my suggestion to you would be to draw out that shape 2 more times, because when you're gonna have 6 pieces, like I said.
So were your family members happy with the fact that they had a tailor at the house that was available to do their masks?
Were they excited?
Yeah, they're like, oh my gosh, we need face masks? No problem. We birthed somebody who did that for a living.
Yeah. My mom cleans houses, like the strong, independent businesswoman she is, getting her coin. And her clients often ask her if she knows somebody that sews. And she says, oh yeah, I know somebody. Leaving out the fact that, she birthed the superstar herself, but,
I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
For me?
Yeah, but I believe in you.
What'd you do during quarantine? I freaking learned how to sharpen scissors. It said it was meant for fabric, apparently, but she's not following through.
With this whole quarantine business going on.
Is that taking a toll on your mental health at all?
A little bit. It's just I don't like the feeling of having to stay at home.
Yeah.
Having like no other choice but to stay home.
Yeah.
I don't mind staying at home. It's just like if I knew I had the option to go out.
Yeah.
I would look at it a little bit different.
Yeah. It's because it's not a choice anymore and you have to.
Yeah. Like if they said, you don't have to go to school or work, but I don't know. I miss my friends. I'm a very social creature and I annoy the shit out of my friends.
But we love you.
I appreciate it.
Not that I'm not social, but I'm okay with this much alone time. As long as I'm with, Juan is still here, right? So he says hi to me. And I don't know. I think because I'm so lost in my own little, bubble where it's like, I'm starting my own little garden and then I'm reading and I'm working still. It's a bunch of little things that I'm doing, but I think if I was just sitting at home watching Netflix, I would probably go crazy. But because I've created this little like utopia little world for myself, apart from like if I sit there and I think of all the crappy stuff that's happening right now, obviously with the pandemic and stuff, like I still listen to the news in the morning just to be informed and stuff, but then after that I don't want to turn on the TV anymore. Like I just don't want to listen to it because it would freaking depress me, you know?
Yeah, it's important to stay informed, but not to oversaturate your mind with only negative things.
Yeah, because at the beginning of the pandemic, that's all I was looking at was just quarantine stuff. Or, you know, everybody being super sad about it, like, oh, all these things are canceled, this is canceled, and now all these people are dying, everybody's freaking out.
And it happened so quick. That's the craziest part.
Yeah, and I think that's what, like, heightened the fear more was, like, oh my god, you know. And then the fear of getting sick, too. That was also a really big one, because at that point, it's like, I don't know if I've come into contact with a person who has it. I don't know if I'm asymptomatic. I don't know if... I didn't know, you know? So it was just kind of... That was, like, the scariest part. And then the fear of going to the grocery store was also really weird, too. Like, I'd never felt uncomfortable being at Target. And then the first day that I saw all the toilet paper aisles cleaned out, I knew that, like, some shit was going down.
Yeah, some actual shit was going down, Mom.
Because what?
I'm optimistic that things will get better. I know that it probably won't be as quick as we'd want.
Yeah, for sure.
They're saying that a vaccine won't be available for 10 to 18 months.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know about getting the vaccine right as soon as they come out with it.
Like you'd be hesitant to do it?
Like, I don't know. I don't know if I would be one of the first people to get it in the public. I don't know. I think
It's gonna go
I'd
to super rich people
sacrifice
first.
a little bit more of self-quarantining.
Yeah.
To kind of like see like, hey, yo, Judy down the street.
How'd it go for
Are you alive? Yeah.
My scissors are not cutting.
Have you gotten any of them out yet?
I'm almost done with the first one, but I feel like it shouldn't be taking me this long to cut. It's like barely cutting. Let me see if I can find the other pair of scissors. Does one of these work?
I don't know. I don't know. I've never tried that. You can try.
Let's do it. Okay.
I wouldn't try like directly on the piece that you're cutting. Is
like
that
the side? Oh yeah, this shit hella cuts. I wanted to be an art major when I first started school.
Mm-hmm.
And see, it's a little frayed. Is that okay?
That's fine. If you want, with the other scissors, you can clip that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm actually surprised. I just...
Children out there in the world, please don't use this. You have to be 18 or older. Definitely dangerous. But it cuts through fabric pretty well. What is that wheel thingy for fabric that cuts stuff?
That's called a rotary cutter. It's essentially a gay pizza cutter.
I like that.
No, it's called a rotary cutter, and you have to have a cutting mat for it, and you have to like hold on to your fabric, because if you like roll it, but then like your fabric moves, or your hand slips and you go this way, it's very hard to like cut it in the right shape after you mess up.
So you know how everyone's doing those Zoom call things? I told you that I'm like, I don't know how to say for like big Zoom calls that people want to do. If it's more than 2 people, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Because that's stressful. Like, how are you gonna talk? You know? But I got invited to one, and I said no because I don't know. If I don't know everybody on there, it's just... I just don't want to do it, because at least in like a social situation, it's like, oh, I can't wait to go home. But if I'm home, all I'm thinking of is I want to do so many other things right now other than just like sit here and like small talk with people I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds stressful.
I really want to check out. I haven't checked out actual Club Quarantine. And did I already tell you about Club Quarantine?
Club Quarantine, is that a real thing?
Yeah, so Club Quarantine is this thing led by a bunch of college students, I believe. Don't get me wrong, children of YouTube. Club Quarantine is it's a gay club actually. They named it a gay club. And they give you the code, right? And like multiple, I heard that it was like 100 people or more joined. And every week they have a guest DJ. And I heard that Bernie Sanders was a guest DJ once.
No way.
And then I didn't believe it, but then I like saw the video. And then Charlie XCX, whatever the heck her name is, she was on there.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, people are getting real inventive.
Yeah, I can see that. It's cool, like, to see how creative people are, but it's also interesting to see, like, how social creatures some people are too.
Yeah, so a lot of drag queens, right? They make their money. Well, they don't make the majority of their money, but there's very few that actually make their living off of them.
You can make a living off of being a drag queen?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you do it like full time, that's like there's a lot that goes into it, and you know, drag just in general takes a strain on your body.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So doing it a lot, there's a lot of consideration, but what they're doing is they're doing live digital drag shows, and they're putting up people's Venmos.
No way.
Yeah, it's sick. I was watching.
You should make your debut again.
I wish, but I can't do it during the current living situation.
Just be like, everybody, leave me the hell alone. If you hear music.
No, like there's no way I'd be able to get away with it. But
you can stay here with me and then do all the digital drag that you want to do.
I'd love to, but I doubt that they'd even let me leave the house without kicking me out completely. I come back with like an eyelash still stuck to my eye.
It's like, listen, it was tough out there.
Yeah.
I had to make sacrifices to get this. I can't believe that they're not letting like medical professionals and stuff bring their own, or like they have like a lack of face masks.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know who's in charge.
Hello, the CEO of healthcare?
Hello? Yeah, because Bill Gates was telling people, like, hey, there's going to be a global pandemic pretty soon. Everyone's like, yeah, right, Bill Gates, right, go make computers and stuff. And then he was like, nah, guys, for real, like, I'm not joking. And nobody listened to him. And now look where we are.
Well, you want to hear some tea?
Yeah?
Is that Bill Gates in a TED Talk said that pretty soon he's gonna require, or he said that it's gonna be required, not himself. It's gonna be required to get like, don't call me weird or a conspiracy theorist or anything, but like something digital, a digital vaccine card, if you will.
Oh, I see.
It's gonna tell you whether or not you've been infected with it, or whether you have it or not, or whether you've come in contact with it.
No way.
Yeah, and I don't know how I feel about that, because I mean, like is that what's going to be deciding like our class now? Is this going to be like the Hunger Games?
Whoa. I think at this point, one, this really shows the state of our healthcare system for sure, and that it sucks.
Yeah.
And two, that it like really is highlighting like the disparity of like wealth for sure. And it's also showing that people need to listen to the scientists. If they have some sort of digital card, like, will they allow you to go to Disneyland if you're not vaccinated?
Yeah. So I'm really not sure how that's gonna affect everything. but that's something. And then people are saying like, don't get it, don't get the vaccine, or don't get this microchip. Da 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 da. It's the mark of the beast. And I don't know, dude. Like that type of stuff like gives me anxiety.
Where you start thinking like, oh, but what if? Yeah, it's definitely scary to think of what would happen. Hi, we're checking in. How long did that take us? Like an hour? At least.
What? It's 1:30 right now. What time did we start this call?
An hour exactly.
Yeah.
To get all of the stuff put together. But I would say that tracing and cutting took about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So expect about a 30-minute thing. And if you don't have good scissors, use an X-Acto knife. And if you don't have that, well, you know what?
Pray.
I can't help you, you know? I'm not that creative.
Cover your mouth, cover your nose like this.
Yeah. Just walk around like, okay, the last few days I've been going to the grocery store in just like a really like extravagant scarf. And I'm the only one in this scarf, right? And it's like a colorful scarf. And so I get these weird stares of like, what are you wearing? Okay, so I have these 3 done.
Okay.
Now what do I do? I should plug in the hot glue gun, huh?
Yeah, so go
I
ahead.
also have Mod Podge. It's not useful, but I have it. So plug this in.
So on my end, I have my cut pieces, and I pinned them.
Wow. Oh my gosh, wow, you did really good.
Stop. And then I also cut the hem of my shirt like I had previously mentioned, and I'm gonna be making this into the straps.
Okay.
Later.
I have a rubber band. Like mine is like MacGyver, and yours is fashion, you know? Okay, so now what do I do?
So you're gonna want to fire up your hot glue gun.
It's ready. She's ready.
Okay. Do you have your glue sticks already in there?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Basically, what you're gonna want to do is on the wrong side of your fabric.
Yeah.
So with the pretty side stitching, kind of like this, for example.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to sew. Glue right here along this edge.
Okay. Then fold it.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. I'm scared.
Hot glue, but make it fashion.
How many people are out there making this with hot glue?
I feel like you're gonna be like a trailblazer for hot glue. Ah!
Hot glue fashion.
Can I leave the meeting?
You're still here.
Okay.
I have acne medicine because I've gotten like really serious acne over the last like year. And my acne medicine's about to freaking run out, but I have to go to the pharmacy to get that. Right?
Well, you're gonna show up with a really nice mask.
I know, right?
You literally write the URL on there.
Okay. So the hot glue. Hot glue's there. I need to work fast. Why am I working so slow?
So for everyone following along on the sewing aspect of it,
Tell him.
you're gonna want to use a zigzag stitch. If you have stretch, you can use a straight stitch if it's regular, but if it's a zigzag, if it's a stretchy fabric, you're gonna want to use a zigzag.
What made you want to start doing fashion?
I remember I took a special effects makeup class at Delta in college, and I always knew that I wanted to do something like with TV and movie, like costume wise.
Yeah.
I grew up not celebrating Halloween, so like costumes to me were like they were everything to me. I loved them. And then I remember watching this show called Face Off, with like the special effects makeup people. Do you have like that?
So much hot glue. I have so much hot glue.
Yeah. So I took a class, and out of everyone in that class, I would stay after and I'd help my teacher and I'd ask her questions, and she taught me how to like style wigs. She taught me like what special effects makeup that can be translated to, you know, what I want to do. But then, you know, I found out that like your makeup is only as good as like the costume and the accessorizing and the styling of it. So she also made costumes. For our final, we had a choice. We could either do 2 makeup looks with no costume or 1 makeup look with costume. We ended up choosing to make costumes, and I stayed after class to kind of get taught how to sew and kind of how to get my feet wet a little bit. After that, I signed up for a sewing class, and I went to go see my counselor just to kind of see where I was at academic-wise. And at that time, I believe I was a biology pre-med major.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, in high school I did the whole fire science training. And I wanted to be an EMT.
I didn't know.
And I failed EMT class within the second week. Because at the 10th week people are dying in your hands, right? And you have to get an 80% or better on all of your exams. And on the first exam, you had to read 300 pages. On the first week, this is the first week, by the way, 325 pages, and take a quiz or an exam or whatever. And I took it, and I got a 75%. Yeah. So you can't do anything in that class unless you passed all of it. So basically that semester was kind of a waste for me. So that's when I decided to like stop going to school in Sacramento and start at Delta. And I wanted to do it again, but I could kind of tell that like maybe it wasn't for me. And which I kind of like, I thank myself a little bit that I didn't like continue that, because I enjoy what I do a lot more, even though my stupid machine wants to give me troubles and eat up my fabric.
There's a lot of hot glue going on over here.
You better get into it.
Yeah, I'm into it. I don't know how well this is all gonna stay together, but... Oh, wait, it's still hot. What?
I said we're inventive.
Yeah, we are. I've burnt myself like 5 times, but while you were talking, I didn't want to be like rude and start screaming, so I held it in.
I didn't even know, so good job.
I'm actually surprised. This doesn't look that bad.
Okay, all right. So let me see the inside of it real quick.
Okay, it looks like a really bad job.
It's really not bad. It's not.
I can put a little bit more glue in different places. Here you go, YouTube's for you to see. It's probably not going to focus for a little bit, but it's fine. So after doing this one, what do I do now?
You're going to want to do it. Mine's okay. So here's the thing. Whenever you have a curve, you'll notice with yours, you'll get like dips in the fabric, and it's not like very straight. That's going to be because when you have curves...
Like me, how I have curves?
You better get into the curves, Mama. When you have curves, like for example right here, it's making like an awkward little pucker. Whenever you have anything curved, you do something called notching, which is where you make cuts to but not through. And it should relieve some of that tension.
Does it look bad?
No.
It's uncomfortable because of the glue.
That's why you make 2 to 3 layers.
To make it more comfortable?
Yeah, because on top of the fact that it's for protection, you're doing more layers. But there's one layer designed just to be a pretty side.
So Frank and I, like I said, we've known each other since high school. And I just remember you being really, oh, that's cute. You're really good at this. I still remember you like this, kind of, but you seem to have come out of your bubble a little bit more.
Blossomed. Yeah, I mean, as kids in high school are vicious, you know? But you go through your life and you experience different challenges, but basically it's like life is a playground. And I felt myself not necessarily belonging to neither, but I would I'd travel. I was kind of like a tourist, you know, like I was saying like, oh, you know, maybe I'll feel at home here, or maybe, you know, it became less about being accepted and more about me just making friends, as many friends as I could. My junior and senior year, that's kind of when I kind of started to grab life by the balloons.
Yeah, for sure, balloons.
Making as many friends as I could, and it paid off, you know, like now anytime I go anywhere, I'm more than likely to run into somebody that I know. Like you said, I like coming into myself, like I think it's a common theme with a lot of people that are gay. They tend to flourish after high school.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence, you know, that all gay kids flourish after high school, because a lot of people are toxic. But then, like, at the same time, you know, like the people that would give me a hard time for being a gay are the same people that be up in my DMs. So
Really?
yeah. And it comes back to, you know, I don't know. I feel like if I were to come out in high school, I feel like I wouldn't have wanted to come out in high school.
Because you didn't come out.
I didn't. I mean, everybody knew it.
Yeah.
Everyone.
But you weren't the type that was like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I wasn't like that either. It was more of a, like, I would stay, I mean, I dreaded, you know, like, hey, can I ask you something? Don't get offended. Like, just like,
yeah.
Whenever people would lead up with that, I like knew what was coming, and I'm just like, I mean, I think that it's definitely a little bit different. I think it's like, not necessarily that it's cool to be like out and gay, you know, because that depends on like everyone, you know. But I mean, I definitely think that it's different. It's seen a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's celebrated a bit more.
Back over here.
Laying it on top of each other. I know it's a little bit stiff, but if you try to open it up all the way, is it like it won't open?
No. Wait. Does it not like? Is it supposed to open?
It's supposed to like you should be able to like lay it flat at least a little bit. Even it won't let you lay it flat.
No. Would it have left me if I sewed it? I feel like it would have done like this.
Did I glue the wrong sides?
No, you glued it right. I know that you glued it right because it has like that little dip. But why? Because you should be able to. So what it is
yeah.
Your next step was to like hot glue this.
Uh-huh.
And leave the sides open, that way you can flip it.
Wait, so then I would have glued all of the sides?
Not yet. So after you glue the center, which is the centerpiece, that's when you're supposed
Make sure I glue the right part.
Let me see it.
This is the part. This is the part that goes.
Yeah, no, you glued it right. You glued it right. It's just the fact that you can't. What are we gonna tell the viewers?
Listen, if you have hot glue, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have a chicken-looking thing. We'll make it work. Mine looks like the. Look at, but it would make a really cute top.
Oh my god! What if you changed it to a hot glue baby?
The pointy.
Oh my god.
Okay, I got this. Go there, and then this goes over all of them. No. How do I do this?
I wish I could like go through the screen and like grab it and like show you. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, this is what you have, right? You have two pieces that are like this, but for some reason you can't lay it to flat like this. Like if you grab like the flat sides that like you should be able to like have it.
Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, so they're supposed to stack on top of each other.
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Let's go. I'm gonna stack it inside. like a coffee filter inside another coffee filter. Listen, kids, this is my DIY tutorial. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna call this professional tailor teaches me how to do this and I still fail a conversation.
You're crafty and you're inventive.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call me. Crafty and inventive, aka she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. Okay, let's see how this goes. So I folded one of them in. Really, this is gonna be the most poppin' freaking face mask. People are gonna be like, wow, how long did that take you? I'm gonna be like 2 hours. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think I did a pretty good job with this. Oh, this looks nuts. That looks nuts. So half of the time that I have to edit myself, it's mostly me editing myself not breathing and doing the awkward like and I have to do a weird pep talk to myself where it's like, you're just hanging out with friends right now. You're talking to normal people. Don't worry. And I think I understand why YouTubers are like, hi friends, because you feel psychotic having to talk to yourself. You're just looking at a camera and it's like, hi there, let me be relatable for the next 10, 15 minutes. It's not relatable. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a relatable thing. This is a very hard thing that people do, and I average about 15 to 20 views a video, and I put a lot of work into them. But the good thing is only 15 to 20 people see it. You know what? I've come to the conclusion, and I'm super happy. I'm okay with this, okay? I'm very fine with this. My 26th year of living is my year of failure. And not in a bad way, huh?
What'd you think?
It's my year of failure.
Okay.
I have failed so much this year. Like 25, it was looking up. I'm like, dang, everything's good. I'm living life. Things are good. Money's good. Life is good. I was single at the time too, so I was like, wow, I'm rediscovering myself. I lived alone in my own apartment. You know, I was thriving. I had a good time being 25. I had a quarter life crisis at the beginning, but I was fine after that. Listen, I turned 26. I don't know what the hell happened. I thought it was going good, you know. I mean, throughout all of this, I did find a person that I'm very happy in a relationship with, and he's probably one of the people that has really gotten me through 26 with sanity. So I did gain something, but financially, my career, what I'm doing with my life, everything just like that. Completely. I had no idea. Like, I thought, well, maybe it was more like 25 gave me a false hope of...
A false hope?
Yeah, like, wow, things are going well. And then 26 was like my reality check of, no, listen, things are not going well. You know? But I've come to realize that I think that is my lesson, because I think every year has a different lesson. 25 for me was Girl, you need to learn how to be by yourself. You know what I mean? You need to learn how to be alone, because before that, I was in freaking relationship after relationship, and you know, just I couldn't be alone, dude. Like, I don't know what was wrong with me. I couldn't handle it. I had to be in a relationship, or I had to be with somebody, or I don't know.
Something like to keep you grounded.
Dude, like codependent and stuff, you know? And then when I would have a relationship, I wouldn't want it. Stupid.
But I feel you on that. Like, this semester was like gonna be like my big semester. I had to like move back home because I was putting all my energy into my collections class.
Yeah.
And at the end of summer, I was gonna I had like appointments set up to work in New York.
Wow.
And I had I don't know how that's going to be looking, you know, because it's affecting everyone and everything. So I don't know when the next time that we can actually travel by plane and have it not be a scary situation.
Yeah.
So I think 3 might be overkill for me. Do you think I'm okay with just 2?
If you're going to use 2, you're going to have some sort of filter in it.
Well, you have 3?
Well, 3 is, I mean, like, a triple thickness is gonna, like, it's gonna be better than just having 2.
How's that look?
It looks really good. I'm not gonna.
Oh! Okay. Now, would it look really cute with lace?
Just you gotta do it accurately though, because since you don't have stretch.
Oh my god! Okay, let's see. At this point, this is just an art project now, kids.
It's
so hot. I am now, like, rationing my hot glue. Oh, that was a giant glob of hot glue. Oh no! You've got this, kids. I keep hot gluing myself.
Oh my god. Now, I didn't see it before, but now I see it. So when I made this out of a shirt, my mom said that it looked like a pair of underwear, and I refused to believe it up until I saw it right.
She's cute though.
And after you make a tube, that's when you're gonna put your elastic through.
Oh, yours is way more impressive than mine.
You better get into it.
Did I do it?
You did it.
I didn't follow your instructions at all.
But you still did it.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god!
You did it. It was like a second where I was a little bit worried. I was like, I feel really... No, I'm like, she's really trying.
I really tried.
And I'm surprised that...
I have a little bit of like a bump or whatever, but it doesn't look horrible. Show me where you're at. Oh my gosh. This is...
Right now, I'm fitting the elastic through my tubes.
Ooh.
Oh my god, we're saving lives.
Look, we're surviving and thriving.
Wow. And we did this! I think I put it upside down, but it's fine. Wait, you have to do a celebratory dance. I was smiling at people I'm like, oh my god, you can't tell if I'm smiling at you. I could be saying mean things about you right now, but you don't know. Okay, test. Am I smiling or am I mad?
You're smiling.
Damn, you can tell?
I can tell.
Okay, am I mad?
Probably.
I'm doing this face. I'm doing like a... Did you want to try the other ones? We did one and it took like 2 hours. I want to see the sock one. Let's at least do the sock one because that was supposed to be fast. Get a sock. Step 1. Long sock. Now this is me giving you a tutorial. Are you ready?
Okay.
Step 1. You're going to cut the top, like, you know, this little elastic thing. It says to cut that. Wow, it must be nice to have really good scissors for this right now. And then do the one right underneath it. These are going to be the ear pieces, apparently. So here's my 1, and there's my 2. You have them? Step 3, cut open the body of the sock lengthwise. So you're gonna cut like, I should do tutorials. I'm good at this. I'm dumb, I cut it the wrong way. I think you're supposed to cut the heels, and I didn't cut the heels. Okay, so now we have this, right? So you're gonna slide in the ear straps on each end in 8/4.
You told me to cut it that way. Wait, I was confused. I'm sitting here with like a cut open sock. What?
No, go outside like that with your face mask on, and no one's gonna get near you because they'll be like, "There's a crazy person here."
He has got it on it, and
Oh my god! Oh my god! Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. I'm gonna hold it with my pins. If you come to the grocery store with a freaking sock on your face, people.
So here is my sock with the Statue of Liberty because America first. Oh my god, this looks nuts. I hope everybody's quarantine is going well. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found some solace with two crazy people as well, and that you were able to make at least one of the face masks. If you were able to make the sock face mask work, please send me a picture of it. Please be fully clothed.
the non-fully clothed can be sent my way.
There you go.
My DMs are open.
Yeah, they're open completely.
A steady heartbeat, and that's it. That's all I'm looking for. A steady heartbeat.
Live. Anyway, apart from that, I hope that everybody enjoyed the video. And if you did, if you had a good time, give it a big thumbs up for me and for Frank. And if you like more videos like this with kind of like the quarantine Zoom-ish style, be sure to leave it in the comment or just give me a thumbs up for it. If you more than 15 people watching this, welcome to the freaking channel. I do a lot of stuff. I make weird things every week, and I have a good time doing it. And Frank,
I'm down to do this more. I do have school, but I can work around it, and it's a good way to blow off steam.
It does, yeah.
Stay safe, stay inside.
Yeah.
It's important not to like expose yourself unnecessarily right now. So just doing things to pass the time and hopefully helping others want to stay inside and watch two stupid people create.
Stay protected, people. Okay. I love you, Frank.
Love you too. Bye. Have a good one.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.